Flavor Flex. Good food, good mood.
I was cleaning out my pantry the other day and look at what I found in there. Some people think I'm nutty, and this might be why. I got peanut butter, I got crunchy peanut butter, smooth peanut butter, gourmet delicious gourmet peanut butter, and peanut butter with extra protein, and even mixed nut butter, which you make me call me a mixed nut. That's okay, because it's good for you, packed with protein, and, well, until you make it into what we're making today, it's still okay. Eat healthy all week, and get out there and ride your bike, play some tennis, swim, do your calisthenics, and you can have a little bit on the weekend. Because today, we're making peanut butter pretzel pie. Are you ready to bake? Then let's go. Okay, so what you want to do is start with 3 cups of pretzels. In this case, I'm using the itty bitty minis. You can use whatever pretzel works. I get a clean jar and just crunch up the pretzels. I don't like them to be all powder-like. I like to leave chunks. You just smush them until they're broken up. You want them to be just like me, a little chunky. Just a little chunky, I said. Little chunky. Little, tiny bit chunky. Now we're going to add to it 1/2 a cup of melted butter and 1/3 of a cup of sugar. And they call it a peanut butter pie, but it's really kind of more like a cake or a cheesecake. I'm going to use a cheesecake pan, sprayed it with some non-stick spray on the bottom and sides just to keep it from any sticking going on. And now we're going to dump it into the bottom of this 9-inch springform pan. And you're going to press it down on the bottom, just a smidge up the sides. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Smells good already. You know, melted butter, pretzels. Smelling good. And like I said, you can still use your clean jar if you want. And if there's any steel whole pretzels, you can kind of break those. And then also that will give you a good press onto the bottom where it's nice and even. A little bit against the sides. Now we're going to get that in the oven. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. We're going to pop it in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. When we pull that out, we're going to sprinkle it with about 1.25 cups of chocolate chips. Unless you love chocolate like I do, then maybe you can squeeze another 1/2 or 1/4 cup. All right, 1/4 cup. So anywhere from 1.25 cups to about 1.5 cups of chocolate chips onto the crust. Pop it back in the oven for just 4 or 5 minutes till they soften up and melt. Pull it back out, and we're going to spread that chocolate layer across it. Okay, now that it's been in the oven for about 10 minutes, we're going to just take these chocolate chips and sprinkle them over the bottom of the crust, the pretzels, the pretzel crust. All right, and back in the oven for 5 minutes. Once that melts, we'll spread it out to a nice chocolatey layer. So it's been about 5 minutes, and we're going to just spread those soft melted chips around all the way out to the edge where it turns up the sides. That's what it looks like. I could just cut that and eat that, but we'll wait. Oh, set that aside to cool off and Look at that. Chocolate. All right, so let's make the filling while that cools off. So into your mixing bowl, we're going to put in 1 block of cream cheese, 8 ounces, room temperature, and 1 1/4 cup of crunchy peanut butter. I like using the crunchy butter just because it's crunchy. You can use creamy if you want. 1 1/4 cups of powdered sugar. And about a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to take this over to my KitchenAid, whip it up, won't subject you to that noise. Now come back, show you what it looks like, and get it on top of the crust. So that's what that looks like all whipped together. Let's get that into the pan on top of the chocolate. Just put it in daubs or big chunks or whatever you want to call it. Get it around the outside. And spread that out nice and even. Okay, that's pretty good, pretty even, looks pretty good. Now, a lot of times, if I have some time, I'll get the whipping cream and make my own. With topping, this time I'm just going to go ahead and use the extra creamy Cool Whip topping. Get that out on top. And spread that around. We'll get this in the fridge and then we'll be back and I'll show you how to flavor it up a little bit. Woo! This is going to be good. Now it's been in the refrigerator a little while. Let's decorate it up and flavor it up a little. Take some of these itsy bitsy mini pretzels. Place them around the outside. A couple of these Reese's Thins for the middle. And also around the edge with the pretzels. Why not some of Reese's peanut butter, chocolate butter. Let's break that open. Let's break off a couple of the squares. And we'll cut those in half. And in between the pretzels. Now let's get this on a plate and get ready to cut it. Woo! Okay, let's see what it looks like. Woo! Would you look at that? Wow, does that look beautiful? Let's give this a try. It looks so good. Oh. What really makes it is that chocolate on the pretzels. It is so good. Crunchy pretzels on the bottom, sweet and salty. Woo! Wow. Here's the good family and good friends and creatures.
Flavor Flex. Good food, good mood.